relative major and minor. Now these are two chords and keys which are very closely related, and I'm going to take the example of key of C to start with, and we'll just see what that really means. Well, okay, if I play a C scale, okay, I'm sure what you're hearing in your head is probably that, the C, okay. But it fits fairly well also over A minor. Okay. Now, if we look at the construction of a C chord, we have three notes, C, E, and G. Okay. Now you can have these in varying quantities in the chord, so C, G, C, E, G, C, and so on and so forth. But okay, C, E, and G. If you look at the construction of an A minor, you'll see that it contains the notes A, C, and E. Okay, so there are two common notes to both of those chords, aren't there? The C and the E. So what happens if we add an A to our C chord? Well, then we get a C sixths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gives us the A. 1, 3, 5, 6. Okay, so C sixths, C, E, G, and A. Well, what if we added the G to the A minor 7? Then we've got A, C, E, G. So, okay, the two chords have the same notes in them. This is a very useful piece of information for us because it means we can interchange between those two keys. Now, I've just finished filming a series of videos on the minor pentatonic, and the key we were in was A minor. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we could use our A minor pentatonic in the key of C? Well, you can. An A minor pentatonic is pretty much the same thing as a C major pentatonic. The differences between the two of them I'm going to explain in a separate video, but for the moment we can say, well, okay, C and A minor work together. So if that happens between C and A minor, it must happen elsewhere, mustn't it? Between D and B minor, E and C sharp minor. Okay, so okay, so what we've got there is a list of where those major and minor chords crop up, or major and relative minor chords, I should say. Now, it's all very well looking at that list, and it's nice to know it's there, but it may not be the easiest way of you remembering where those are, and that's really what all these things rely on, is having an easy and reliable way of working things out. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways of how you might be able to do that. Okay, so the first key that we looked at was C and A minor, wasn't it? Well, C and A minor. Well, those two happen to be different chord shapes. So therefore, if I move them up, D, B minor, E, C sharp minor. So wherever I do that, I'll have the same relationship between those chords. It doesn't matter at all what the key is. Okay, so that's one really easy way of finding out where they are. Now, we've really only got three chord shapes, which everything else is based on, despite people's efforts to convince themselves to the contrary. There's loads of variations, of course, but it's worth a little look at the video I did on there being three chord shapes, etc. Question mark. Okay, we've got a C shape here, we've got an A minor shape there. What if we took an A shape and then just take the root and move it over? Okay, now this is particularly useful when you're thinking about pentatonics. Yeah, but we'll come back to why that might be as we go along. So, okay, relative major and minor, two closely related chords and to a large degree interchangeable. Now, more about that in coming videos, but for the moment that's it. So thanks very much for watching. If you could hit the subscribe button, that'd be great, and bye for now.